Heading overseas now, and a senior member of Afghanistan's parliament has rejected the federal government's plans to forcibly return failed Afghan asylum seekers. The high-profile MP has called on the Afghan government to scrap an agreement with Australia to allow deportations.
And a former Afghan government official involved in the agreement says there's no possibility of involuntary returns within the next 2 years. Afghanistan correspondent Sally Sarr reports from Kabul.
This powerful Afghan MP has returned from an official visit to Australia with a strong message. He wants the Afghan government to scrap its deal with Australia to allow the involuntary return of failed Afghan asylum seekers.
If the Australians tried to send back these people, of course the government should change their decision in the action they have taken.
Afghanistan, Australia and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees signed a deal in January allowing the forced return of failed asylum seekers as a last resort. But a former Afghan official involved in the agreement says that's not going to happen.
It will not be possible in 1 or 2 years that any Afghan return.
It won't happen?
It won't happen. It should not happen if the agreement implemented properly.
The former Deputy Minister has accused Australia of trying to dump asylum seekers despite inadequate security and development in Afghanistan.
But the beginning, they should not be forced from Australia. If they do, they violated the agreements, they violated the human rights, they violated their own law.
The federal government says the language in the agreement is clear and understood. But this issue continues to draw a strong domestic political response here in Afghanistan, especially from ethnic Hazara leaders. It's uncertain what will happen by the end of the year when the federal government goes ahead with its plans to return some of the failed asylum seekers.
As the debate goes on, so too does the wait for the family of 20-year-old Afghan asylum seeker Mekdad Hussain. His body still hasn't been returned to his relatives a month after he was found dead at the Sherga Immigration Detention Centre.
In 2 days, we'll have a face-to-face meeting with the Australian police, if God is willing.
DNA tests will be carried out before Mekdad Hussain's body is finally sent home to his family. Sally Sarr, ABC News, Kabul.